Okay, well, we started the second phase of the reopening of North Carolina. I know each state has different levels of this and that, but just talking about what I know. So I was able to go out and get a haircut, which was nice. Um, they still have an open bar. Some restaurants and that are open, and people are milling around a little bit more. But like I said in the last video, it seems that there's more restrictions with the reopening than there was during the lockdown, okay, which, whatever. So I went and I gave you the different list of movies and I just to see the similarity of what's happening and all the stuff going on. And, it's pretty weird. But, now another thing, the violence that is broken out with this holiday weekend here, Memorial Day weekend. I guess if you do go on YouTube, there's a couple other people that their channel is dedicated to like Second Amendment rights and posting all the different news things about basically gun rights and gun laws. And the one guy is Johnny B. Okay. He does a good job. He talks about a topic and he gives you the news articles and links to go read where he's getting his information from. And another one is Liberty Doll. Okay. But Johnny B is the one that talked about the mayhem and that. He did that just 24 hours ago or even less. They had 50 shootings in Chicago. Something like that, 50 or 60, and 10 people are dead. Now, this is in a gun-free zone, a part of America where they had the most restrictive gun laws that there are, okay? And it was like a free-for-all. All right, and also you had this one last weekend, but I think the weekend before, South Carolina, a few weeks ago, lifted their restrictions. They lifted a lot of restrictions on stuff, more than North Carolina. And you had Myrtle Beach, which is a tourist area, party town, all the spring break and college kids flock there. And the whole place is set up with bars, restaurants, and that. So, of course, when they lifted the restriction, there's a huge turnout. People are having fun, partying, getting out of the house. And, of course, I guess some gang-related activity. There was also a shootout, okay, where a small child almost caught a bullet sitting in a vehicle with a car seat, okay. So you're going to see more of this. Once they release the restrictions and these people get out, there's going to be more violence and weird stuff going on, and there's going to be more restrictions. They're showing people going back to work where they have the cameras that'll scan you and take your temperature and all this other stuff, and you have to be quarantined for 14 days and blah, blah, blah. This isn't going away. Also, we'll have to wait and see what the economic fallout is. Okay, because I know a lot of people, things aren't good for them money-wise, and the government's solutions, what I hear of giving these checks and relief checks out, it's socialism, okay, where you just give people money to, help them get by because they're not working or whatever, or can't find a job or something. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but where's the money coming from? And what are they doing to create jobs and get people back to work? Okay, that's your solution. Because a lot of these socialist countries that do that just, I guess one fellow was telling me in Canada, they just believe it's better to give the criminals money so they won't commit crimes. Ends up bankrupting these countries. Socialized medicine is another thing that the healthcare isn't that greatest, but it also puts a huge strain on the country's economy. So there are no easy solutions, and with all this stuff going on, there are changes coming, and they're not going to be good for a lot of people, for just about everybody, I believe. So we'll have to just wait and see. But for right now, you're going to see a spike in violence. People are still buying guns. People cannot get guns. And this is causing this panic stuff. And also, another odd thing is they're screwing around with the food chain. In other words, whoever thought you'd go to the store and there'd be no milk, or there'd be no meat, or there'd be no chicken, okay? I mean, never. What's happened? They're doing things with the different major food industries that supply us with these basic staples. And this is all getting messed up in that. You know, I've been to a couple stores the past week, and you know, there was meat. It's not as much. When you go to the meat counter, there's not as much as there used to be. It used to be full all the time, you know. Toilet paper still, you know, I don't understand it, but still is, you know, paper goods are a hard item to find. I did find napkins and paper plates or plastic plates, so you know, we could have had a little pizza party and that. So those things are still available, but it's really strange, and I don't see anything good coming on the horizon here. I guess we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I guess we got until the end of June, okay, another 3 or 4 weeks before they reopen where our club room can open and a lot of other businesses supposedly go back to opening up. Also, you're seeing a lot more protests and people speaking their mind. People are fed up, is what it is. A lot of people are tired of the bullshit, and they're really getting annoyed. I guess they hung an effigy of the governor of Kentucky on the Capitol lawn there or something. And I guess the Supreme Court went and they told them they can open churches, period. Okay, and that's throughout the whole country. Because what's going on, it's an attack of our basic way of life. When you eliminate churches, when you eliminate human contact, when you restrict all this and stop it, prevent it, you're destroying a society and you're destroying a community by doing that, okay? And like I said, in the old days they used to just drop bombs from an airplane. Now the government's telling you to do it because you'll catch a cold or a virus, okay? But the mechanism and the principle is there to disrupt and break apart our society and our communities, okay? And yes, people should stand up, be vocal, and just say, hey, look, enough's enough, okay? And in reality, you know, for those of you, oh, you can get sick and spread, you know, it's all part of life, okay? You take your risks, you go on. All right, because being scared and losing all your freedoms and losing our economy, our country, and our whole social well-being, you know, what's the point? Okay, you have to take some risks. So, oh well, I could go on forever, but that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in.